Hey, you murder phoniacs. This is your host, Tony Ciaglia, the serial killer whisperer. Before we dive in, I just want to take a moment to say something very important. To everyone out there who's been supporting the show, we can't tell you how much it means to us. A lot of people come and go, but some of you have stuck with us for years. And that's loyalty. And it means everything. Your family to us. And blood is thicker than water. Francine, John, Carrie, and Beth, you've been with us since 2022. Awesome.
Yeah.
Teresa, Samantha, better known as Sam, Ashley, and Beth, holding strong since 2023. Awesome.
Yes. The family table.
Mm-hmm. Look at that guy.
Yeah, you look.
He's the fucking godfather, if I ever seen one before.
What about Francine beating cancer during this period?
And she's still with us.
Hell yeah, she's with us.
And she is cancer-free.
God bless her.
God bless her. That's amazing.
And while we're talking about it, Dennis, just say a prayer for Dennis, guys.
Yes.
It's a very good friend of mine. Way, way back.
Family friend.
Years. Yeah.
I've known him.
He's fighting it hard.
Mm-hmm.
And Crosby.
Yeah.
If you could just add Crosby, she's also fighting cancer right now.
Yes.
So a lot of people out there are.
She's the daughter of the family that lives at the end of our street.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you, you guys. You're amazing. And to everyone else who's been part of this wild fucking murder phone journey, the Coxman and I, thank you truly from the bottom of our hearts.
Absolutely.
Speaking of the Coxman,
Look
at him. Oh,
I'm
yeah.
Here.
Gosh, you're beautiful.
Stop.
No, it's great that you're here.
Yeah.
You've had a stressful week.
Been a little crazy.
Mm-hmm.
A little crazy, but that's all right.
Especially this morning was...
He keeps me young, folks. He does. Keeps my brain going.
That I do.
Yes.
Yes. Thanks for being here.
You know it's my pleasure.
I love you more than you'll ever know.
I love you too.
God bless you.
Big time. Big league.
Big league. All right, guys, it's time for me to give a shout out to The Last of the Sane, which is a 4-piece band out of Dallas, Texas. They fall in the genre of alternative metal. I'm talking fucking hardcore. Oh yeah, baby. Hardcore rock and roll. If this is your bag, you definitely need to give Last of the Sane. That's Sane, S-A-N-E.
Which he isn't.
Why do you got to get personal?
Just messing
I'm
around.
sorry. It's always got to be personal with you. There's a story behind The Last of the Sane where I happened to grow up and be extremely close friends with Chad Schneider, the singer and guitarist of the band Last of the Sane. We lived a few doors down from each other. I believe I met him when I was it was either 6th or 7th grade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yes. We have a lot of great memories together. Playing home run derby, roller hockey, basketball, side yard football, which was really popular in my younger years.
Yes, it was.
When I got hurt, he was one of the only people that stayed by my side that was my age, in my grade. And Chad, I'll never forget that.
Nor will I.
Thank you, buddy. Listen, guys, if you're in to the hard stuff, give these guys a listen. I'd put them up there with any of the top metal bands. Seriously.
I listened. It's great, Chad. Great. Sounded great. Band sounds great. You sound great. You know, Chad has his struggles too.
Yes, he did.
He is a leukemia survivor.
Yes. And that's why he moved from Atlanta to Texas, because Dallas has great children cancer hospital.
Yeah.
And he wasn't in good shape.
No.
When I met him.
No.
And wow, he fucking beat it. That's right.
Listen to the band. You'll see he beat it.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yes.
Great job.
And I met Chad before my accident.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Quite a while before.
Yeah.
So.
Man, he had a great pool table. Yeah. You know, like the cancer, I forget what it's called. They give you like make a wish thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. He had this like fucking wooden, like it was beautiful, rosewood pool table.
Yeah.
And, man, we played a lot of video games in his bedroom. I remember hockey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just like the movie Swingers with Vince Vaughn.
Yes.
When they're doing that. That's the fucking video game. He sent me a link of that scene, and he goes, "This was me and you, baby. This was me and you 100%.
That's cool.
Uh-huh.
That really is. Oh, and by the way, folks, Chad is a murderphoniac.
Since day one.
Yes, sir.
That's awesome.
Yes, it is. Thank you, Chad.
Also this weekend, we talked with Doug, a new but already die-hard murder-phoniac. And this guy, no, sir, he isn't just listening.
No.
Nope. He's out there doing the work.
Yeah, he sure is.
Yeah, he is. Doug's been digging into Haddon Clark and a string of unsolved cases near his neck of the woods. You know, the kind of stories that make your skin crawl and your mind whisper,
"Don't go out there. Don't do it."
But Doug did.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, that's right. Doug fucking did. And what he found Well, let's just say it wasn't a lost shoe
Right.
or an empty beer can that they can test for DNA. Oh, no. Doug found bones.
Yeah.
Actual bones. That's so fucked, isn't it?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Blew our minds.
So he did the right thing and turned them over to law enforcement. And now he's waiting on the results. Doug, don't be surprised if you never get those results. Because, well, the wheels of justice tends to turn slower than a corpse in a freezer thawing out in the month of June. So you have to be patient. Just like Arthur Shawcross was patient.
Yeah.
As he picked his victims, one by one. Doug, we love talking to you, man. You blew our minds and probably gave your local sheriff a mild heart attack. Yeah, like the Bears. It's a fucking, if you're a Bear fan, they give you a mild heart attack every fucking week.
Every week.
Wow. Stay patient. Keep that flashlight close. And never forget, sometimes when you dig into the darkness begins to speak.
Very good.
Very good.
Yeah.
All right, I got to get into a story now. Okay, this really happened.
Whoa. What?
This story at Walmart, the midget.
Come on.
I got to. I got to.
All right, I'm going to tell you something.
What? What are you
Go
doing?
ahead. You get into it. I'm going to, I don't know what I'm going to do. Let me know when you're done with this.
Oh, don't.
No.
You can't leave me here.
I'm not leaving you here. I'm just going out here. So when you get done, just holler and I'll come back.
What if I get stage fright?
There he is. No stage fright. You can do it.
You don't want to hear this?
You know what I said. Come on, midget.
Well, the audience wants to hear it because it really happened. You know? Fuck. He stepped out of the room. So I'm in here alone. I've never been in here alone. So here I am, right, at fucking Walgreens. I'm standing in line, going on 40 minutes, right? I'm about to lose my shit, right? Fucking they're understaffed, they tell me. Well, that's at least what they said. Even though, it seems like every time I go to fucking Walgreens pharmacy, they're understaffed. I'm about to start complaining. And you don't want that. I mean, we're talking head injury, right? A to fucking Z. I was losing it. And then, out of nowhere, a little midget, a dwarf, a little person, whatever the fuck you want to call him, she happened to walk up. And she's standing behind me. You know my opinion, if you've listened to MurderPhone before. So she's creeping on me. Normally, this wouldn't be a big deal. I mean, I would try and sneak a picture or two of it, to send to my brother or my dad, for shits and giggles. But this time, I had to give her some respect. Usually, they're kind of freaky looking, right? Big fucking heads, big torso. miniature arms, Tyrannosaurus Rex arms, and little baby hands and feet. This woman, though, I would have to say she was borderline hot. Maybe it was how she was selling herself, what she was wearing. She was in Daisy Dukes with like a crop top, showing lots of skin. And I could tell. She wanted me to notice it. Got me thinking, is there any way possible I could get my girlfriend to go along with this? Perhaps, maybe a hall pass. Listen, it's justifiable because I'd never fucked a dwarf before. And I would like that notch on my belt. Oh, I've thought about it. Oh, yes, I have. Dwarf porn. Don't laugh at me until you try it. It's out there. It's on a computer near you. You better believe I fucking thought about it. Long and hard, like that midget bouncing up and down on my dong. Poetry. It's the key to every woman's heart. So while I'm standing there thinking all these dirty thoughts about role playing and what positions I wanted to try and get her in, reality hit me like a bolt of fucking lightning. I could hear my girlfriend's voice just ringing in my ear loud and clear. Sure, you want to fuck that midget? How about I fuck that little motherfucker on Game of Thrones that you hate so much? That's what I'm thinking to myself. You know, I got to get control of myself. Stop thinking this. Because knowing my girlfriend, she would go to Hollywood. Yes, she would. And she would find that little motherfucker on Game of Thrones, and she would fuck him just to spite me. I couldn't let that happen. You could come in now. Come on, Coxman. We got to get to the show. That did happen. She was there standing behind me. I had a chance. The notch was there. Huh?
Are we going to do the show?
I'm ready. I need you for the show.
Did you tell them all your story?
Told. I can't believe you left the fucking room.
What the fuck?
That's
well, I
unbelievable.
bet you the people that write in will say, you did the right thing, Dad. You left the room.
No, they're going to say you did the right thing by not putting a move or make on that midget.
You sounded like Dice Clay. That'd have been something, Andrew Dice Clay. You ought to send it to him. Maybe he'll make a comeback.
The Dice Man, baby.
Yes.
I love it.
I don't even know where we're at. Okay.
And that brings us to this week's show.
Yes,
ready?
Sir. I'm ready.
Okay. We're heading back to Rochester, New York, a city haunted by something much worse than its cold winters. There was a time when evil, pure evil, walked there in broad daylight, smiling, joking, blending in with the crowd of Rochester's finest citizens. And when night fell, that smile turned into something else entirely. They called him the Genesee River Killer. We call him Arthur Shawcross. And tonight, we call this episode When the Devil Came to Rochester, because sometimes hell doesn't wait for you to die. It just moves in next door. Shit. By late 1987, Rochester had no idea the devil was living among them. Arthur Shawcross blended right in. Just another aging drifter walking the streets. He fished in the Genesee River, chatted with locals, and smiled that hollow, empty smile that monsters wear when they think no one can see the rot inside them. I got to know that smile very well, didn't I?
Yeah, you sure did.
The past 17, 18 years.
Yeah.
But something inside this monster started to stir again. That same twisted hunger that had driven him to murder not one, but two innocent little children. 15 years earlier, it never really left him. It just waited. Now in the dark corners of Rochester, the monster was wide awake. Shawcross had learned the system. He knew how to move quietly, how to disappear in plain sight. The authorities thought they'd buried his past, and in doing so, they buried their own accountability. And while they slept, Shawcross hunted. Art and Rose had moved into 241 Alexander Street in October of 1987. And not even 5 months, not even 5 fucking months, people, the Genesee River Killer struck for the first time. The serpent was truly wide awake now. 241 Alexander Street was the perfect place for this creepy fuck. This video was shot during my trip with the Coxman to Rochester back in 2010. We had to do a voiceover on this one because, the original audio was completely screwed up, all right? So, yeah, if it looks like one of those old kung fu movies where the lips are moving, but the words don't match up, you're not imagining it, all right? So fuck it, dude. Just roll with it, okay? It adds to the charm. So here we are in Rochester, New York, back in 2010, at the creepy apartment building where Shawcross lived. We're looking into the lobby right now of the Normandy brownstone. It's locked, so we can't get in. Art lived in apartment 103, and we actually met a guy at the Dunkin Donuts up the street. He was Art's neighbor and lived in apartment 101. He hated Shawcross. Do you blame him? It was pretty incredible running into this guy, though. I mean, what are the odds that after all of these years, he would still live in the same apartment building and we would meet him at Art's favorite Dunkin Donuts? Here I am back in 2010 talking about, well, what I'm talking about now. We couldn't get in, but we could see enough to tell how creepy this fucking place was. The Normandy Brownstone, Art's apartment, 103. It's blacked out, as it should be. No, that was just a coincidence. 101 shows the name of the guy we met at the Dunkin Donuts, so we know he wasn't bullshitting. 103 is where Shawcross lived, slept, spent time with his wife, and plotted his kills. And this is the area out on the porch where he used to hang and think about where he was going to hunt. Art Shawcross was nice to me, but he was a monster. And this is a fitting building where the Genesee River Killer would live. Well, this is Tony Ciaglia, the serial killer whisperer, signing off from Rochester, New York in 2010.
Yeah, that was Tony. This is Tony, but that was Tony back in 2010. Staring through that grimy glass of the lobby of the apartment building where the monster, Shawcross, was deposited by his parole officer. You need to look at this. If you're not looking at this on YouTube, the YouTube channel, there's something wrong with you. I mean, this is legendary. This was like history in the making. Fucking 2010, folks. I was a young 63. Come on.
You know what,
and
though?
You didn't even see me, but look at this guy. You'll see him back in 2010.
I have to admit, though, I look better in 2025 than I did in 2010. Don't ask me how that is.
You think so?
I do. Yeah.
You had that great Elvis hair, man.
I had great Elvis hair, but, and I don't know.
You got to watch it, right? And then you can understand, and you can either agree or disagree with Tony. But you got to watch it.
Yeah.
It's creepy, and you just got to see it, man.
Like the Hunter.
We took time. We found that shit. It was on a broken computer on a disk drive. We had to go get somebody to get all those videos. Take a look at them. They're worth looking at. All right.
Mm-hmm.
The place oozes Shawcross. Dark, lifeless, just unsettling enough to make your skin crawl, and you half expect to hear footsteps walking up behind you. That's how creepy it was. A few minutes before we shot that video, as you know, we talked about it, we ran into one of Art's old neighbors at his favorite Dunkin Donut shop, just up the street. Picture this. We're sitting there. Tony and I, we're having coffee and donuts, and this guy starts talking to us about living next door to the Genesee River Killer. We're talking 2010. So I mean, it was a crazy tell him. It was nuts.
It was awesome. Totally awesome, because I don't know, God wanted us to run into that guy.
I think so. Mm-hmm. That was fate.
Yeah. Even though, I mean, can I say this? I mean, he was a little creepy himself.
Oh.
Wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. So my dad, right, we look at each other, fucking can't believe this is happening. Running into this guy. We thought he was full of shit at first, right? I mean, come on.
Oh, yeah.
What are the chances?
Yeah.
We thought he was just another Rochester local chasing 15 minutes of fame. Because, though it was 2010, people remembered this asshole, Arthur Shawcross. This guy even told us he was sitting at the same table that Art used to sit at.
And he wasn't lying.
No.
I mean, about that table.
No, didn't like a manager say, yes,
yeah.
Art, he sat there.
And then Art even talked about it in some of his confessions about the table, the little table by the door. Go ahead. I'm sorry. It was just weird. It was fate.
He's such a big timer, isn't he?
Oh,
Art?
God. Yeah. Big heart. They all knew him.
Oh.
Everybody knew him.
Oh, yeah. So then, right, when I checked the building's vestibule, sure enough, this guy's name was still right there.
Yeah, because we had to, you notice we had to blur it out.
Yeah. Glad to see he's moving up in the world. He's at that brownstone still. And we're not talking about like a Manhattan brownstone or like a downtown Chicago brownstone. This is Rochester brownstone.
No, it's Shawcross brownstone.
I'm surprised he's not upset that they didn't rename the building after him.
Yeah, well, he would have liked that.
Mm-hmm. So, right, he told me, yeah, I live next to that sick bastard. Hated him. Fucking hated him. Then he leaned in, eyes darting, and said, I always had my suspicions about that guy. I didn't have the heart to tell him. I'd actually met Art Shawcross, sat across from him, talked to him, studied that monster behind those dead blue eyes. The man who smiled while describing murder and eating a victim's vagina raw like he was talking about the fucking weather. Yeah, Harold, it's probably a good thing you never mentioned those suspicions.
You think?
Mm-hmm.
We did laugh about that, though, didn't we? After that?
Oh, we did. It was funny.
His first known victim in Rochester was a young woman named Dorothy Blackburn. Excuse me, folks.
No, take a drink.
No, I got some.
Okay, but
Should I take?
Yeah, you need a lube.
You're always ordering.
No, you need a lube. The throat. Lube. The throat.
How's that?
That's good. That's
All
good.
Right.
It's okay.
Her name is Dorothy Blackburn. What is that?
Hmm?
I think Arthur just joined us.
You heard that?
Yeah, I thought he was going to come floating down.
Oh.
Did you hear it?
Ooh. He's going. I tell you though, if Arthur floated down right now, he's going to kick your ass because you're older than me. He knows he couldn't take me.
I love it. Love it. Oh, he's been dead a long time. I could probably take him. Okay, back to the story. The woman's name is Dorothy Blackburn. She was 31 years old. Her picture is up right now on the YouTube channel. Pretty girl.
She is.
She was a sex worker. She was a mother trying to survive. So on February 8th, 1988, she vanished. Just another name lost to the streets until her body was found floating in the icy Genesee River. Her throat had been brutally strangled, and her body bore signs of pure rage, sadism, masked as control. Because this guy, the serpent, as Tony put it, in great, that was perfect. The serpent woke up. He was in that prison for 15 years thinking about this moment. So I imagine his rage and all the other things that he was doing just it took over.
He had to change his game up, though. I mean, he wasn't murdering little children this time and cutting out their hearts.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So Shawcross sent Tony his memories of all these killings just before he died. We're not going to relive every brutal detail of what happened to those poor girls. That nightmare played out on season 3. So if you go back to season 3 and you can hear, we read through all the letters and what this maniac savage did to these poor girls. But to truly understand the scale of our illustrious system's failure, to see just how unforgivable it was to let this thing walk free again, we need to remind you what kind of monster they unleashed. What you're about to hear is a small piece of a letter Arthur Shawcross wrote in his own words, a chilling account of the murder of Dorothy Blackburn. Just a glimpse, but it's enough to show how deep the darkness went inside this man. And trust me, after you hear this, you'll wonder how anyone ever thought Arthur Shawcross deserved a second chance at freedom. Should have never happened.
Never.
Okay, this is a short description of Dorothy's murder in a letter dated October 28th, 2008. Dorothy Dotsy Blackburn, as she was called on the street, was the first Rochester victim. Hello, Anthony. I will narrate the story exactly as it took place on February 8th, 1988, to be exact. I stretched her out and began performing CPR on her until she was breathing on her own again. And then I rolled the bitch over and I fucked that tight ass again. I'd just like to point out that he was big on strangling these girls until they went out and then bringing them back.
The all great art.
Oh, the great
fucking
art.
Paramedic, right?
Yeah.
He's a paramedic.
Fucking asshole. She woke up cursing at me now and said that it's starting to hurt. So I drove in harder and I left it in there. And I reached the forearm across her throat and I said, it's time for you to either head for heaven or hell, Miss Dorothy Blackburn. I said, and you have no husband, do you? When she stopped moving, I still kept up the pressure and then eased out of her.
Stop. Fucking stop.
2-inch.
Fucking
cock.
stop. Fucking stop. Like, we know he's got like a tiny dick because some of the prostitutes said that. Yeah, he's going to laugh at this motherfucker. All right. Don't you love it though? Fuck, I got to ease out of her because I'm hurting her pussy. Yeah. I'm hurting her pussy with my big dick.
What trying to sound like John Holmes.
Yeah, he's like John Holmes, 14 inches hung.
Yeah,
you love that?
I don't think so.
I eased out of her. There's no easing when you got a 2 or 3 inch cock, Arthur. I'm sorry. I go crazy when I hear him.
I know you do.
Because he's all of his fucking...
Calm down.
All of his confessions, he says that about you. I know. Fucking...
I know. He's such a great art.
Uh-huh.
He's the hero. That's why John calls him that, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, fucking asshole.
So when she stopped moving, I still kept up the pressure. And then I eased out of her. Unscrewed the overhead light bulb and opened the door. Got some snow on the rag and cleaned myself off. I then put her panties back on and her pants and blouse. Next, the socks and shoes. I went around the other side and opened the door and pulled the body out and eased it over the abutment, and she fell into the river. I bet the water was cold for sure. Well, do you, Arthur? What do you think, huh? In fucking February in Rochester.
Now he's a weatherman.
Jag off. These are his words, folks. Don't forget, this came right from a letter. got back in the car, and drove over to Prospect Street and headed for Monroe Street near Alexander Street. Pulled in the Dunkin Donut shop. By my house. I went in. I sat at this small seat by the door where that guy was sitting, Tony. The place was empty. I asked for a large coffee regular plus 4 donuts, the cinnamon twist type.
See, that's another thing. Cinnamon twist donuts, we all know they're like this big. And he's eaten 4 of those?
4 in the morning.
He was a fucking slob.
He was a slob.
Exactly.
Yeah. Piece of shit. You're up.
I still can't get over her. You know, I eased out of her.
Oh, God.
Exactly. Inch after inch after inch. Fucking, let's get back, right, to that Dunkin Donuts that Art was talking about. Yeah, that one. Here's a video of me back in 2010, standing in front of the same donut shop where Arthur Shawcross. I'm surprised they didn't rename the whole fucking donut chain after Art Shawcross.
Right?
Right?
Yeah.
Shawcross Donuts.
Yeah. It's like Shawcross Corners.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Oh, gosh. So I'm standing in front of the same donut shop, right, where Arthur Shawcross sat after killing Dorothy Blackburn and many other victims. Here we are on July 13th, 2010. In the great city of Rochester, New York. Cloudy day, kind of cool outside. Beats the humidity in Baltimore, where we just were, with Joe Mathaney. What we're doing right now is this is the stomping ground of Arthur John Shawcross, who was once best friends with me for 4 years, up till his death. Me and my father and my brother actually spent time with Arthur 2 months prior to his death in Sullivan Correctional Institution. This is the Dunkin Donuts where Arthur Shawcross used to love to come eat after he was done hunting. I shouldn't just say that. Arthur Shawcross liked to eat donuts lots. So he was here not only when he was done hunting. I would like to point out, though, that he did tell me that after he did consume one of the vaginas of one of his prostitute victims, that he came to this Dunkin Donuts and rinsed it down with a nice cup of black coffee. Thank you very much.
And the fact that he lived right down the street, right?
Oh, yes. And he lived right down the street, less than a block from here. Thank you.
See you soon.
See you soon. I'm the serial killer whisperer, Anthony Ciaglia. This is where the Genesee River Killer washed the taste of death and raw vagina out of his mouth with black coffee and a couple of cinnamon twists. No, not a couple, 4. All right, let me point that out. Not a couple, 4. You know, like it was just another night out. You know, I had to get that taste out of my mouth. So I had not a couple donuts, 4, and black coffee. That's the kind of monster we're dealing with, murder phoniacs. That's the kind of asshole we're fucking dealing with. A man who could murder a woman, then sit under the warm glow of a donut shop light and enjoy dessert. Well, it wasn't a salad, that's for sure. Fat fuck. That's Shawcross. That's the monster they, the system, let slip through the cracks of justice. And the city didn't even know what was coming next. Over the following months, more women disappeared. Each one lived on the margins, easy prey for a man who looked like everyone and no one at the same time. Police chalked it up to street life, hookers, drug addicts. Nobody was connecting the dots. Shawcross had done the impossible. He fooled the system, fooled his fucking parole officers, and fooled an entire fucking city. And now the quiet streets of Rochester were about to drown in a nightmare that had been 15 years in the making. This wasn't random. This wasn't madness. This was a killer rediscovering his purpose in life. Killing. Well, if you got a 2-inch dick, why not, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe he was upset.
He was bitter. He was bitter at the hookers. He was bitter at God.
God forbid you laugh at him.
Yeah. Or look at him the wrong way. After Dorothy Blackburn's body surfaced in the Genesee River, the city went back to its routines, the coffee shops, the buses, the endless hum of lives, pretending nothing ever happened. But behind closed doors, Shawcross was watching, always watching and waiting very patiently. Oh, and he had a hunger. Oh, a hunger that had grown sharper. By the end of 1988, Shawcross had struck again. His next victim, 28-year-old Anna Steffen, was another young woman living on the fringes. She also disappeared quietly. No screams, no witnesses. When Anna's body was discovered, it mirrored the brutality of Dorothy Blackburn's death. Strangulation, sadistic rage. The pattern was emerging, a dark blueprint of a man who had learned how to hide in plain sight, able to hide because he was a ghost. No one knew his past because once again, the fucking system failed. Yeah.
15 years.
Yeah.
And just rage, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they did it again. Every fucking time.
And you know, the system failing cost all these girls their lives.
Yes. Yeah. The first victims are discovered in the spring of 1988. The city whispers, fear spreads. But the police have no leads, no idea it's the same man released years earlier. And the horror is in the pattern. Shawcross targeted vulnerable women that lived on the edge of society. Many had no one, many of them, let me start over again. And the horror is in the pattern. Shawcross targeted vulnerable women. Many had no one to even notice that they had disappeared. And his knowledge of the city gave him access. He knew the river, the streets, the alleys. He was the predator living in plain sight. By 1989, the killings have continued for over a year. Police finally start connecting the cases. The term Genesee River Killer is coined.
You know, he loved that, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Oh.
The monster of the rivers.
Oh, he loved it.
Yeah. Media attention grows. He loved that.
Mm-hmm.
And still, the city doesn't know it's Shawcross. Imagine that. A man who should have been behind bars all along is now shaping headlines again.
He went from a fucking inmate in his mind to a celebrity. He loves seeing himself in the papers.
Yeah. And I said that he was released. I made a mistake. He was released 15 years prior. No, he was released not that long before all this. Remember, he had to find his place?
Yes.
Then they stuck him in Rochester. Think about that. If they had done it the right way, he'd have killed one or two. They'd have went right to him because he'd have been on the list. They would have stopped all of that. But no, they slipped him through the cracks and put him in a 241 Alexander Street, Shawcross's apartment building.
Is Rochester a small town?
You were there. It's a pretty good-sized city.
It is a good-sized city?
Yeah.
This is the story of Dorothy Keeler, Arthur Shawcross's third victim in the Rochester murders, or as I like to call it, the case of the missing head. Now, Dorothy wasn't your typical Shawcross victim. She was older, around 57 years old, short, tough, street smart. And if you're on our channel, you'll get to see Dorothy.
You can tell, rough life.
Oh, yeah, she looks every bit of 57 years old.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You know, she's a woman on the streets who lived a hard life and, you know, she knew how to survive.
Yes.
But that didn't matter to Arthur.
The snake.
To him, she was just another body waiting to be broken. We have the complete story written in Shawcross' own words. But we also have a lost video, buried since 2010, a piece of murder phone history.
Yep.
That's finally come back from the dead.
I like that.
That's great.
Yeah.
You're great. You wrote that. That's fucking great. The first clip, drink some water too. Fucking
I'm
while we're
okay.
at it.
I'm okay.
Just drink.
I'm okay.
Drink.
To shut you up.
The first clip. Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's me actually talking to Arthur on the phone, discussing Dorothy Keeler, and yes, her missing head. You'll hear the way he talks about it. Cold. Casual. Like he's describing last night's dinner at the fucking Ponderosa, which is a 4-star restaurant for Arthur Shawcross. Don't get me wrong. Right?
That's right.
Oh, you know it.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking, that's like his Morton Steakhouse.
Garçon.
Could you see him in there?
Yeah. The great art.
The great art. Everywhere he went, he was great.
Oh, yeah. And they remembered him.
Uh-huh. So he's describing mutilating this girl, Dorothy Keeler, taking her head off, right? He's describing it like he's describing the salad bar at the Ponderosa.
Yeah.
Then in the second video, you'll see me out there. Oh, yeah. You'll see me out there. I'm quite the camper. Give me a tent. Oh, yeah. Then in the second video, you're going to see me out there, you guys, in that eerie, humid, soaked landscape. It's raw. It's unsettling. But number one, it's real. So instead of me just telling you about it, let's let the video do the talking.
You strangled all of them, but one they said you hit with a club.
Yeah, with a tree.
Yeah, you hit her in the head, and she just died.
Yeah, but they couldn't prove it. They never found her head. They'd like to where the head is.
You don't think it's found? You think it's still out there?
I know it's still out there. My friend in Rochester,
Yeah.
he knows where it's at.
Hey, this is Tony Ciaglia, the serial killer whisperer. This footage was shot on July 13th, 2010, during my trip to Rochester, New York. I'm standing on Seth Green Island, a small piece of land on the Genesee River, the same area where Arthur Shawcross murdered his third victim, Dorothy Keeler. They called him the Genesee River Killer. Now, Dorothea wasn't some random target. She was a homeless woman that Mr. Helper took in until Art decided she was stealing. And being the asshole that he was, he threw her out. He'd built a small shed because he loved to fish in this spot. One day, Dorothea came by and asked if she could share some fish. And in true Shawcross hospitality, he cooked for her, shared her meal with him, and then took her down to the river with a bar of soap to clean her up. That's when Mr. Helper turned into Mr. Horror Show. He dragged her into his shed, raped her, and strangled her to death. When it was over, he covered her body with trash and an old mattress right here in the woods. A few months later, Shawcross came back. By then, Dorothea's body was decomposed. He pried her skull off with a piece of wood, stuck it on a stick, and then get this, he climbed one of these trees and wedged branches through the skull's eye sockets so it looked down over the whole area. Why? Because he heard somewhere that if the skull stares down at the remains, the soul stays trapped on Earth. Art told me that the skull is still up in one of these trees. There's a lot of trees out here, so we'll give it our best shot. This is Tony Ciaglia, the serial killer whisperer, signing out from Seth Green Island, Rochester, New York, 2010. Wow, 2010.
Yeah.
I got that Elvis haircut.
Yes, you do. It looks great.
You think the king would be proud?
Yeah, he would.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Especially if he heard me sing.
Yeah.
And move.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, baby. Wow. Yeah. If you're not watching this on YouTube, we've said it 100 times. You're fucking missing out. Because I'm standing right where the Genesee River Killer did his evil shit. Right there. Yes, on Seth Green Island. This is where Arthur Shawcross dumped what was left of Dorothy Keeler. He even claimed to have stuck her skull in a tree. And as far as anyone knows, it was never found. Can you see this fat fuck climbing a fucking tree? I can't see it.
Military trained, remember?
Exactly. They don't give you Dunkin Donuts in the military, though. You work
right.
out.
Yeah, you're right.
Right? Gosh. Anyways, he claimed to have put the skull, a branch, in the skull, and he put it up in a tree. It was never found. Ooh, the air down there was thick, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You could cut it with a fucking knife.
Yeah.
Dead quiet. but you could feel it. You could feel the evilness hanging on the branches. You have to see it to believe it. Don't take my word for it, though. What would I know?
And we did give it our best shot, but I mean, I got to tell you,
We looked.
unless you knew exactly the tree, it's almost impossible. That in the first video, that was behind where Tony was standing in front of the river on Seth Green Island, and all those trees and shit.
Yes.
Forget about
Yeah,
it.
so we're looking right for an hour, and then finally I'm like, what the fuck are we doing here,
right.
guys?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay, Scott, show photo number 5 while I talk. Patty Ives.
She's pretty hot, too. You know?
It's just a shame.
It is a shame.
The 4th victim of the Genesee River Killer.
Yeah.
What you're about to hear is just a small little piece, just a taste of how he described her murder.
Just a taste.
We got to go there, folks, because you should never forget what a vile, heartless, monstrous piece of fucking garbage this cocksucker was.
You tell him.
Don't ever forget. That's why we're doing this. Scumbag. You know, behind that smug grin of his and those bullshit stories that he used to tell, you know, tell my wife how to make pasta and how to make sauce. Go fuck yourself. You know what was behind that grin? Pure, rotting evil.
Yeah.
That's the best way I can describe him. Am I right?
You are. I love when you rant.
All right, here's his description. Patty Ives was a dopehead. She was into most anything. Patty Ives walked up and asked me, "Where the hell have you been for so long?"
No, like he's some kind of, like, wonderful, right?
Right. Fuck. This you got to hear. This is his letter. This is him. I'm quoting him. I told her I was away on business. Get the fuck out of here. You don't even own a car at this point. You never did own a car. You borrowed Clara, your girlfriend's car, you fat fucking piece of garbage. I was away on business. Yeah, you were doing 15 years for murdering 2 little kids. Is that what you call business, Art? Fucking garbage. Back to the letter. She asked if I had an hour to kill. And I gave her a slight smirk and nodded. And she takes my right hand and leads me to the side of the YMCA.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
An hour. I also heard, besides his fucking 3-inch cock, that he also was a pre-comer, you know, a premature comer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he could. Yeah, he was both, you know.
Yeah.
It was either premature or he couldn't.
Okay.
Art. The great Art. The fucking Don Juan of the streets of Rochester.
Couldn't you see him fucking on that little, what's it called? Not a banister, patio of his.
Oh, yeah. Sitting back?
Yeah, trying to like talk and like hold court with everybody who fucking walks by or anyone who wants to pay attention to
like
this
his
asshole.
neighbor that hated his guts.
Uh-huh.
All right. And we're talking, and I know in the first letter he describes, because we're wondering, you're probably wondering the side of the YMCA. She took him to an area, it was like a group of trees, he said. So they were back behind some trees in an area by the YMCA. So picture that.
And she's like, where is it? Where's your cock?
The letter, back to it. She was sucking my cock and stroking my nuts when I felt my cock get stiff as a bone and stand tall, all 2 inches. And for some reason, I didn't say that in the letter.
Okay.
And for some reason, it started to hurt from the pressure. I asked her, how did she do that? And she shows me a pocket of cocaine. Shit, drugs is not what I need now. I did not need that type of shit in my system. So I asked her, why did she rub that shit on me And she looked at me and smirked and said, "It worked, didn't it, Shorty?"
It made 2 inches go to 3.
Yeah. And so then I said to her, "How long does it take for it to leave my system?" And she said, "A long time." I'm raging now. So I snapped her fucking neck like a little twig. And then I covered her over with some sod that was piled to one side of us. Not a bad job, but after a few days, the body becomes a wee bit stinky. The body was discovered by a kid who was chasing a soccer ball. That's
unbelievable.
Real nice. It's real nice, isn't it?
Not a bad job. You like how those are his words.
Yeah, that's from the letter.
Yeah.
That was a long letter, by the way. That was just a little tiny bit of it.
So here's how twisted this gets. Patty Ives used cocaine to help Shawcross. I can't say it, Dan. It's just, I don't want people to think I'm like crude or.
You mean like fucking a midget?
Okay.
God, say it.
Patty Ives used cocaine to help Shawcross get it up. There, I said it. Yeah, that's right. The great Genesee River Killer needed a chemical boost just to perform his sick little ritual. And her reward? He killed her for it. What really got me is where he left her, buried under a thin layer of sod in a place where kids play. Can you imagine that? Laughing, running, kicking a ball. While just beneath their feet, Patty Ives was decomposing. It's like me and Chad playing like yard football, right? And they go get the ball, Chad.
And there's a
Chad's
body.
like, there's a fucking body here.
Yeah, really?
Right.
Terrible.
Mm-hmm. And you know Shawcross, he loved it. He loved it. He probably sat back somewhere, smug as hell, picturing the little kid's face when they saw Patty's body. Thanks, Dad.
You're welcome.
I can't take it anymore today.
I can't either. He's just real tough to talk about.
You know, we've been neck down in Shawcross's filth long enough for one episode. The horror, the arrogance, the absolute lack of humanity. It all sticks to you like the smell of that Genesee River. You remember that smell down there?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, fuck. You think the body was still out there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, let's wrap this one up before I lose my mind. Shit. So, join us next time for part 17, Caught Beneath the Bridge. Shawcross meets justice. Because even monsters eventually run out of places to hide. Take care, you guys. Stay safe and remember, always walk in the calm after the storm.
Love you, buddy.
Love you too. Good job, Dad.
Thank you.
As always.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
You too.